Thank you so much, Michael. Beautiful. I'm so glad you're here. I wanted to take a moment to just recognize that we normally publish a bulletin at the beginning of the month that it really lists all the programs that we have scheduled for each Sunday, including the talks. And I'm sure that most of you are familiar with that, and they're posted out in the front hallway. I just wanted to really acknowledge the fact that I had a program scheduled for last week, and unfortunately I had a family emergency. I just want to thank especially Michelle Kirk for supporting me and taking that space for my family. I also wanted to speak a little bit about this in my own space of wanting to be a minister. I want to keep life real and to not be in a space where I gloss over things. And so I just want to thank you for the prayers that you may have given to my husband and I, and especially my son. I have 2 children. My eldest has been enrolled in KU. I'm speaking to this today a bit because, KU is right here, a few blocks away. And he got involved with a fraternity there that was not good for him. I do want to let you know that there is hazing going on not far away, and it is rather serious. And so if you are ever on that campus or involved with any of the groups that are on that campus, I especially ask for you to step up and ask questions. These young men are saying that there's no hazing going on, and I will attest that there is. And so if you're ever in that space, please hold the high watch and ask questions. And if they're not looking you in the eye and really explaining what's going on, then they probably need help. Okay? Fortunately, my son's back home. He will not be returning to the fraternity. He will not be returning to KU. We're reevaluating, and I am blessing the space of the university. I think that some of these family systems of sororities and fraternities, which I was involved in, may be a bit outdated. These groups need to learn how to be healthy and to create healthy interaction. So as I step in my space of being a minister, I'm calling each of us higher. Our young men are struggling on how to interact with each other. They are competitive and violent, and they need to learn how to love. So I'm in that space today. I thank you for you all for giving me that break to take care of my son, and I'm back and incredibly grounded. I'm grateful to Spirit that I've grown in my own life, that even when my children are hurting, I'm in a space that I can be solid in spirit and look for the blessing in each situation. So with that, I want to introduce my new friend, Robin Goff, who is one of the first people that I met here in the church as I started in September. I'm delighted that she's here with us today, and her talk is very appropriate for what I've just been speaking about. Many of you know Robin. She's been leading the meditative service here on Wednesday nights that is just fabulous if you've never attended. I invited her to speak because I want you to have a little bit of a practice session of what it's like to be involved in her meditations. They're quite unique and really clearing. There's sort of an energy clearing in that. Robin is a licensed Unity teacher. She's also been a hospice chaplain. She's a registered nurse. And as many of you know, she's the founder and spiritual leader of the Light Center in Baldwin City, Kansas. Her heart is always open, and she loves to be in service. So please welcome Robin Goff.
Thank you, Sean. Yeah. Boy, it's the first time I've been here since we've had all this technology, so I'll do my best. Got to click things and stuff. So keep your heart open and love will find the way. So how many in the room are feeling like you're carrying somebody or something heavy on your heart? That's probably most of us. And those who didn't raise your hand, that's okay. I think that if we dig deeper, we find that we all are dealing with a lot in our world right now. Whether it's personally that you've lost someone close to you, or of someone in our community who has died in an untimely way. Out at the Light Center, we're doing a lot with suicide and those who have lost somebody by suicide. So there's a lot going on in our communities. Now, I know some of you are thinking, no, this is Unity. We only talk positive talk. So hang with me. We're going to get there. So I think that the losses that are coming at us are coming so fast that we really can't even think about them. You know what I mean? So many of you know Ken Snyder. This is a loss that has been a huge, deep impact for many of us in our community. And if you didn't know Ken, he was a great, great shaman and was doing some fabulous body work with many of us and other kinds of work as well. So where did this come from? Out of the blue. I never, ever saw his suicide coming. And we hear so much in the news, yeah? Why are our kids hazing each other in a spiteful way? Why are kids shooting up classrooms? Why? You know, there's so much that it's constant. And then, of course, we have these natural disasters all the time as well. So right now, it's hurricane time. And we're seeing people losing everything in their lives, their homes, their cars, their children, their loved one, whatever, everything, all their possessions even. And so it's a lot. So how many of you know that you're an empath? Okay, a lot of you. So being empathic means that you actually feel other people's feelings. Sometimes you might even feel other people's physical feelings like pain or nausea or something like that. That's not unusual. And the more our kids are growing up as extremely sensitive beings, they're having that experience as well, where they feel your pain. They feel the pain in the collective. And you know what? We all are. So there is a truckload of grief out there in the collective, unconscious. And because so many in this room are so sensitive to what's going on with each other and in the world, we feel it. And it's heavy. It can be heavy and thick in the environment. So here's what I know about grief. It doesn't fit in the normal paradigm that we live and work in our culture. So you see this arrow. This is about something on one side is a problem, or it's off from where we want it to be. It's dis-ease. And so we go to the doctor, we take the medication, we do whatever we can do to try to make it all better, right? Fix it, solve it. The truth with grief is that it's not like that. It's not a diagnosis. Think about that. If you go to the doctor and you've had a huge loss and trauma in your life, most likely you're going to get a prescription, and sometimes that's very essential to help you sleep, to help you relax, whatever. But there is no prescription to fix grief. It doesn't work that way. And so we can walk around with this loss, this pain, this heartache, closed up in our heart centers and protect ourselves, or we can open it up. Protecting ourselves is absolutely essential sometimes, isn't it? So say you lost your grandma and you're really sad about that because you loved her so much, but you got to get up and go to work. You got to get up and feed the children, you know? So yeah, it's a normal experience to kind of close that down, to hold it back, to keep it in. It's sometimes called denial. No, it's not. It's about keeping it at bay so that it only comes in, seeping in bit by bit by bit, so that you can manage it and still do what you have to do. That's important for all of us. Truth is, the way grief works is that it moves in a spiral. So it's always moving, even when we're not thinking about it, and it moves throughout our lifetime. So on one side, you might think of a traumatic event that happens. Yeah, or a tornado, exactly. Devastating things that are happening in our world. And it's like everything's crashed into a million pieces, just like the way it looks after a tornado or a hurricane. Everything in big shambles. Well, that's the way it feels for you in your life and in your heart. And so it's about step by step kind of finding the things that still really matter. It is a sorting. We sort out our values, what is true and beautiful and really important in this life. And we start building and putting it back together bit by bit by bit. And we're moving around upward through this spiral. And when we get to a point where we feel whole again, we feel like I can go on with life. I feel good. I feel like I've moved through this experience. What happens? The next trauma. Something happens to one of your kids or your good friend or yourself. And so you go through this spiral again. But this time you notice that you have some tools that you've gained over time, and you have more in your toolbox to work with so that you can hopefully move through this next one with more grace, with more ease. And we keep moving. And the key here is this is always a spiritual growth process. Always. So we have to trust that when we're in the pile of rubble, because it doesn't necessarily feel that way. So it's about moving energy. Everything I do, I think of in terms of energy. Many of you know I've been teaching energy healing for many, many years. And so I think of my body in terms of energy and my field around me. And so when my heart center is open, energy is free to move through me. And we're going to do some of this when we do the meditation. If my heart is closed in the protective mode, the energy cannot flow as freely through. And so it's our workout to hold steady in the midst of everything that's going on around us and find our way to gradually open our heart centers so that more love energy can move through. And I love this quote, Kahlil Gibran. Your joy is your sorrow unmasked. The deeper that sorrow carves into your being, the more joy you can contain. So I think of it in terms of joy and sorrow both being locked up together in your heart center. And when we keep it closed and protected, neither can flow. So the more we flow the sorrow, the more the joy is able to flow. And you find yourself bouncing back between the two. So I believe that we're in this room, those of us who have said, yes, I'm walking in this door today, because we are the ones who have been called here to help move the energy of sadness and sorrow for others who don't have the awareness that maybe that's a good thing to do, who don't have the quiet, peaceful, warm place to be in out of the rain that we have, who are living in the midst of the pile of rubble right now. And so it is our honor to be able to assist with that as vessels, as instruments of peace for our world, for our brothers and sisters, wherever they may be. I hope I didn't hit something wrong here. Okay, so Michael, bless us with your music, and we'll talk more during the meditation. Thank you.
I wrote this song just the other day. I hope you like it. Believing in yourself is half the fight. is half the fight. Believing is seeing without your sight. Without your sight, I dance with the light. 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 Oh, being all by a lonesome out in the night. You're out in the night. Oh, being there for yourself. Oh, don't be contrite. Be your own bride. I dance in the light. 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 Oh, life can be so relentless, so they say. The secret is acceptance, and you'll revel in the day. Greeting the morning, oh, of your life, of your new life. Oh, cutting out the poison was worth the strife. Now own your light, and I'll share my light. Oh, 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 life can be so relentless, so they say. The secret is acceptance, and you'll revel in the day. I'll dance in the light. We'll all be the light. We'll all share my light. We'll all live in light. We'll all of my life. All live in light.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you. So if you will go to that quiet place, we're going to spend a little more time this morning in meditation than we normally do. So I'll be at least 10 minutes. And when we meditate together on the first Wednesday night, we normally do this in about 45 minutes. So I'm asking that those of you who normally meditate with me, if you'll help to build an energy field a little more rapidly for us all today. Okay. So our work now on this planet is to create a field of pure, unconditional love. An amazing stream that flows through us and touches all that we come in contact with. So if you'll just take a moment to breathe more deeply down into your body, into your belly, setting aside any to-do list or other thoughts that are distracting, and relaxing fully, fully into your body. We begin always by connecting to Earth. our Mother Earth. Feeling your feet connecting to the floor, and imagine that you can connect from the arches of your feet deeply down into the soil under this building. Down through layers and layers of rock and sand and water and soil to the very heart of the Mother, from which we draw a powerful stream of nurturing, loving energy, just as you would receive from a perfect mother, holding you, supporting you, filling you. And allow that stream of earth energy to move up into your feet and your legs. Filling you up. Moving up now into your torso. Let your abdomen be soft, soft belly. Knowing this energy is moving through your intestines, helping to digest your food and into all of your organs in your whole body. And bring it up now into your chest, your shoulders, your arms, allowing that stream to flow up through your body, down through your arms and out through your hands. Like you're creating a circuit. And all the while, letting it move freely out through the top of your head in a stream like a fountain. So earth energy flowing through every single cell in your body. And now we take a moment to open the heart center at the heart of you. And I invite you to rest your hand lightly over your heart. As you invite your heart center to dare to open, this is a safe place to feel all that dwells there. And we take some time here to create a greater movement of energy. The energy that is stuck in our heart centers is not bad. It's sad. Sad is not bad. And when we invite it to move, it clears and we feel the energy of joy mixing in as well. So we'll take a moment now to break up some of that congested energy that we all walk around with all the time without even being aware of it. And we're going to do that with vibration, which is a great way to move energy. So together, we're going to open our mouths and make a sound. And it will be the ah sound. Ah is one of the most traditional sounds of the heart center. And make a sound however you're comfortable doing this until you feel some vibration under your hand. And know that that vibration is breaking up any stuck, tired energy that's hanging out in there. And let it just rise up through your throat and out your mouth, sending it back to Mother Earth to be transmuted. So you're creating a little shortcut here from your heart to your mouth, letting the energy move freely out. So just join me as you feel comfortable. Ah. And you can tap over your heart center. And you might want to tap on your chest or your upper shoulders, wherever you're feeling any congestion or tightness at all. Set it free. So see your heart center now freely flowing, emptying, clearing from earth, from the heart of the mother to the heart of yourself, flowing freely and pouring out now through the top of your head like a fountain, flowing with ease. You may feel a difference in your heart center now as you've created an opening, a space. And so we take time now to fill that void. So open up at the top of your head and invite in the energy from Source, however you imagine that to be. Allowing the pure, clear, powerful energy of unconditional love to pour in through the top of your head. Filling your head and your brain, your face, your scalp, and pouring down now through your neck into your heart center. Relax your shoulders. It's also pouring down through your arms and out through your hands. Filling in all of that space that you've created in your heart center with the most powerful, unconditional love you could even imagine. And drink it in. There's an unlimited supply. You will never, ever run out. Just keep pulling it in through the top of your head into your heart center. Expand your heart center so it's even bigger and you can take in even more. And all the while, the energy is continuing to move down through your torso, your legs, your feet, also pouring into Mother Earth and radiating out across this planet. So as we bring in this powerful, loving energy, co-creative energy, just relax for a moment and receive this sound that I will send to you. And allow it to carry in even more light into your body and especially into your heart center. And we radiate this light out into the ethers, You can direct it to any people or places anywhere around this planet that are heavy on your heart, allowing this enlightening to occur as you send pure love energy forth. And the presence of pure spirit vibrates in every cell in your body and radiates forth into the world as you. You are an instrument of peace. You are an instrument of love. And for our ever-deepening understanding of this truth, we do give thanks, and so it is. So gently move around a little bit, wiggle your fingers, your toes, bring yourself fully grounded. Michael brings us back with some more of his beautiful music. Thank you, God.